StarCraft fans, this is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Charoisaur and Rhizer on King Sejong Station, the latter edition. In the top left side of the map, we have the red Terran player, it is Charoisaur. And in the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player, it is Rhizer from Team All Inspiration. Okay, so this was sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com by somebody named Ben. He said it'd be awesome to get a shout out from you for our next Fizzben Cup. It will be played on the StarCraft mod entirely and should be great fun. So yes, Ben, I am honored and happy to give you a shout out. So yes, the next Fizzben Cup will be played entirely on the StarCraft mod, which should be pretty fun. I did play a game and cast a game of myself on the StarCraft mod recently. I'll put a link in the top right here if you missed that one. Fun. Some people said it made their eyes bleed, so maybe not really fun for everyone. But anyway, the Fizzben Cup is going to be on the 13th of November 2016 at 8 p.m. Central European Time. Official page is www.fizzbencup.com. There's a sign up at challenge.com. I'll put links to those in the bottom right, or the bottom right, in the bottom in the description here. If you want to check some more about that. If you want to enter as well, you can probably do that. There is a prize pool involved, and that prize pool seems to be growing. So again, Fizzben Cup, 13th of November 2016, 8 p.m. Central European Time. Links in the description. Alrighty then, so this is Charoisaur, who we've seen on the channel before, and Rhizer from Team All Inspiration, which we've seen before as well. So, this could be pretty good. A little probe harass going on here from the Rhizer. Let's take a look at our Reaper name list and see what you got. This Reaper's name is simply Queen. Simply Queen. Probe here trying to knock down this command center being built on the high ground, no less. This is as safe as you can get. SCV trying to save the life of his friend. Might be able to get there. Yes, more SCVs pulled off the line. This is really annoying probe play from Rhizer. I like it, but he's down at the danger hit point level of 10, which means he can only take a couple more hits before he dies. So he's going to keep scouting. He probably has given up on his attempt to kill any of these SCVs, although his shields are back, and he does get his SCV kill, does get the SCV kill, does delay the construction of the command center. This is some really, really amazing probe play out of Rhizer. I know it said it was annoying, but it's also very impressive. Look at this guy go. Meanwhile, Reaper Queen is simply moving out. He's not worried about the probe back home. Going to come right on into this main base, but an Adept is out. Wham! One shot. Can he get any probe kills before the Adept tracks him down? Kitty 8 charges the whole mineral line, and Adept gets another shot off. Mothership core is there as well. Queen needs to run. Is this probe still alive? Pinned into a corner? Oh, finally taken down. Finally taken down. One SCV killed, one probe killed, but a lot of harassment from Rhizer in those early 2 minutes of the game. That was fun. I like probe harass. I don't see enough of that, honestly, in StarCraft 2. Reaper, Queen, doesn't have a backstory. Was not given a backstory. Don't know if I have the time to give him one, but anyway, could be Freddie Mercury for all we know. Reincarnated, brought back from the dead to destroy Protoss because of their affronts against good music. Honestly, I mean, okay, I was going to say, does Protoss make good music? But they do. Protoss songs are amazing, at least in the campaign. I'm not sure if those are written by Protoss people or Protoss composers. Oh, an Adept catches Queen. Ugh, Queen. Any kills, Queen? Not really. Nope, not really. Nope. Another sad entry into our experience here. Overlord, Command Center, Orbital Command coming on in to land on this low base. 3 minutes and 50 seconds into the game. Block, doesn't get the block. Doesn't decide to come in there and get burned alive by these 4 Marines getting shot in the face, but could have blocked it for just like a second and a half. So Charoisaur, who's somebody in the comments of a previous cast said, so it's like Charizard, who's a dinosaur? Or Charizard, who's like another Pokemon whose name ends with Sar that I'm unfamiliar with. I am playing Pokemon Go right now, you guys. It is my first exposure to the Pokemon world. I never got into it as a kid. I was a little bit too old when it came out, I think. My brothers were into it. I thought it was dorky. Never played the card game. Never played the video games. Pokemon Go, though, fun stuff. Ooh, great story. So I'm casting this on Halloween night. I went out with my kids trick-or-treating, and my 5-kilometer egg finally hatched. I've been sitting on it for like 2 days. It hatched into like a 600 Growlithe. I had enough Growlithe cannon to evolve it into an Arcanine. It's a 15-ish Arcanine. That is my biggest biggest Pokemon so far in my life. So Widow Mine drop doesn't do too much damage there. Killed like a probe and a Stalker. Well defended by Rhizer, but good attempt by Charoisaur anyway. So yeah, I've got a 15 plus Arcanine, which is my best so far. I only started playing this in August, so I mean, so those of you who've been doing this for longer are not impressed by a 1400 anything, but trust me, I'm so happy about it. My kids are super stoked. My 8-year-old son just keeps wanting to look at my phone and look at that Arcanine and just like stroke it and pet it and make it his. Widow Mine's dropping again in this mineral line. Good pull of probes, getting some kills there. 5 kills on that one. That was a little bit better than it should have been. 7 workers killed by Charoisaur with these probe drops. Widow Mine drops, rather. Widow Mine drops on tops of probes. And there you go. Liberator showing up for Charoisaur. Gonna set up a Defender Mode Circle Cannon, pushing her away a little bit, though. Third Nexus on the way now from Rhizer in this bottom section of the map, as is tradition for third bases. And Medivac for Charoisaur just kind of sitting in the middle of Nowheresville here on the left side. So yeah, Pokemon Go, fun stuff. My kids spent like one of their allowances on Pokemon, getting Pokeballs, but then they blew the Pokeballs in like 3 hours and decided that is not the best use of my money, and we haven't spent money on it since. So that makes me happy. I hate microtransactions. I really do. Not happy with companies that kind of nickel and dime me to death, because people are bad at understanding how much money they're spending if it's in like quarter or dollar increments. They just are. Liberator sets up shop here outside the natural base, does get a probe kill, another probe kill, but Stalkers show up. Should be able to kill her before she can escape, and Liberator gone. So good harassment attempts so far from Charoisaur. Charoisaur. I keep saying that wrong. Charoisaur. That's what it is. Rhizer is working on Adepts, working on Immortals, working on Stalkers and Observers here, getting Resonating Glaives, getting Robotics Bay for the Blue Protoss as well, and Charoisaur going to try to land this third base, but hey, an Adept is actually blocking this one. That's entertaining. So there's the block. Cancel. Cancel that Sonic Transfer. Cancel. Yes, there's the cancel. Oh, it's so annoying. It's not a burrowed ling annoying, but it's pretty annoying. Here comes some SCVs. No, no, no. The Adepts will kill you. Run, SCVs, run. Do not mind here. Actually, might not get any kills. It does take... Oh, there's one. It does take 3 kills for an Adept to kill an SCV. Marine's coming right on up. Run! Run for your life. Adept does manage to survive. Happily for her, Marines were more than willing to murder her. Wait! Extended Thermal Lance. Rhizer, you going... Rhizer's going Colossus. I know there's not the Colossus curse, where it's impossible to win if you get Colossus, because we have seen some Colossus wins in the last few weeks on my channel, but I don't think it's a great idea. I like Storm against Terran. I like Disruptor better against Terran. I don't know that Colossus is what you want to do, although it does have the element of surprise. I don't think Charoisaur is expecting to see Colossus here. Starport is busy making medevacs. I mean, you need either really good Viking production or a lot of Marauders to deal with Colossus. Marine's not going to do it. Widow Mine's not going to do it. Right now, Marauder count is moderately healthy at 6, but I think you need more than that to make this work. So we've got Stalkers, we've got Immortals, double pumping Colossus, mind you, fully committing to this Colossus play as Rhizer. And you know what? It might well work out for him. Might well work for... Ooh, look at that skin. Look at that. That's why he's getting Colossus. Look how rad they look. Whoa, I love that blue. I love that blue and black. That is gorgeous. Nicely done. All right, I feel better about the Colossus now because they look cool. Extended Thermal Lance, I think, should be complete by the time the Colossus are needed here, but here comes a big, scary Marine Marauder push with tank support, with Widow Mine support, assaulting this third base. Here we go. Stalkers trying to do what they can. Tank Splash on Stalkers, bad though. That hurts a lot. Extra damage in that situation. Taking out a Pylon and trying to get this Nexus, but bringing the Widow Mines forward. Colossus, it is time. Colossus burning through the Marines in the front line. Stalkers blinking along this left side, trying to take out the tank. Does get picked up and saved by Charoisaur, though, and the Widow Mines getting destroyed as well. Still coming for this is Charoisaur. He wants to kill this Nexus. He might well get it. Immortals desperately trying to kill these Marauders, pushing everybody back. Tank firing. Tank is exploded. Nexus down to 230 hit points, but is alive. Is alive. Good push by Charoisaur, but Rhizer pulls out the surprise Colossus, which 7 kills and 5 kills each. That's worth it. That's worth it. Kill those Widow Mines from a distance. Yeah, killing those Widow Mines with the laser beams. Oh, shoot. Dropping in the natural. Here's the Terran player. Photon overcharge. trying to get rid of them, but good damage done, I feel like, by Charoisaur. Probes killed. Workers killed by Charoisaur is 19. It's 59 to 52 workers. Charoisaur has a nice lead on his opponent. Double refinery coming up at this third base as well for Charoisaur. But guess what Rhizer's doing? Rhizer's pushing. He is tired of playing defense. Okay, he's done some adept harass, but he hasn't really made an attack thus far. Liberators setting up shop here, defending against the push that he knows is coming. How many Liberators? 3 of them. 3 of them. Marines, Marauders, +1 attack has completed. +2 attack on the way. No armor for his Marines or his Marauders, which I'm worried about. Walking into defender mode circles, bad. Bad Stalkers. Don't do that. Do not do that. He wants to take out this Medivac contingent that he saw take off and head in this direction, but they're flying on the high ground. They are far away from the Protoss army. Rhizer can do nothing about it. He's going to have to depend on Photon Overcharge and, like, whatever units he can make back home, because that drop is going to land. Gonna land. Here he comes. Blue Protoss player with awesome looking Colossus. 4 of them now. Liberators trying to set up shop. Stalkers want to burn them down first of all. Immortals at the front as well. Pull out of the circles of doom. Immortal does not. Gets exploded. Nice death animation there on that Immortal, actually. I like it. I like it quite a bit. Here comes the drop into the natural base. Mothership Core needs to respond now. Gonna get burned out of the sky. Gonna get burned out of the... There's the Photon Overcharge. 1 Photon Overcharge comes up. She ends up dead. Pylon dies as well. Going for it is the Protoss player. Colossus trying to burn down all the Marines, doing a great job against these bio units. Stalkers need to deal with the Liberators, though. You can't focus on the Marines and the Marauders. There we go. Focusing on the Liberators to some extent. The natural base is gone for Rhizer, though. Disruptors here not doing so well, not being microed, unfortunately. Third base in shambles by Charoisaur, though. For Charoisaur, I don't think he can save it. Adepts coming on in. Disruptor does have 11 kills. I must have missed a good Purification Nova there. There's a good one, too. And catches a Marine, throwing his corpse down into the natural base. Landing up here higher in the main base. Adepts warping in. Should be enough to handle it. Meanwhile, Protoss stepping forward. Liberator defender mode circle. So many Liberators. No, Colossus! Colossus getting pushed on and destroyed here by the Marines and the Marauders. As I said, is tradition to deal with these Colossus. Ow. 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 So finally, Charoisaur's attack is cleaned up. Rhizer is back home. Let's take a look at the resources lost here. Pretty even. 13,700 lost for Charoisaur and 13,500 lost by Rhizer. So these players really hitting each other pretty hard at this point and continuing to fight. So moving into Disruptor play is Rhizer, as he lost all those Colossus. All those Colossus just getting burned alive. And that's what you do. You just make Marauders. You stim forward, you push forward, and they do so much damage to Colossus. If you're within range of them, they die very quickly. Very quickly. That's been the same since Wings of Liberty. Even when Colossus had more DPS, Terran players are doing that and having a lot of good success. So worker count is 25 to 35. Rhizer has a nice lead there. 40 workers killed by Rhizer. 41 killed by Charoisaur. Look at that equitable difference. Equitable difference? Is that an oxymoron? Anyway, the number of workers they've each killed is pretty darn close to within 1 harvester, which is a lot more words, but probably be more accurate. Vikings on the way by Charoisaur. Does he think we're going to see more Colossus? It looks like he thinks we are, which, nope. Disruptor. Vikings not very good against Disruptors, in my personal experience. So, Rhizer, 108 to 84. Total supply, worker supply, 25 to 35, and 73 to 59 in favor of our blue Protoss player. Trying to move on up. More Liberators. Okay, only 2 this time. Actually foregoing the Liberators for Vikings, which I don't necessarily agree with. Third base trying to be established. Not going to happen. Purification Novas do come in. Catch a couple Marauders there. Stalkers blinking on top of everything. Liberators trying to set up shop. There are 2 of them, which can be pretty scary in their own right, but no, Liberators getting burned out of the sky. Disruptors trying to do stuff, missing there, and that's it. Charoisaur has left the game. Rhizer is victorious, and Protoss gets the victory today. So nicely done. Well done by Rhizer, getting the win in a very hard-fought TVP. Both players losing bases at the 12-minute mark is not good. Nobody got a 4th base established at all. We were down to 2 base to 2 base. Very low income, but he managed to make that push. I think the mistake was that Charoisaur went Viking. See these Vikings? Did they participate in any way in this battle? No. No, they did not. They could have taken out this War Prism, but they're too far away for that. Yep, expecting more Colossus. Did not see him. Did not see him. Disruptors did some things. I mean, 4 kills on that one. 0, 4... 1. It's just that Adept had 1 kill. Stalkers really did most of the work in that battle, and especially with a +3 armor, giving them 4 total armor and +1 attack. Very nice when all was said and done. So, again, quick reminder, FizzBang Cup, 13th of November 2016. Links in the description to find out more about it. You can watch it, I'm sure. It'll be on Twitch at some point. But yeah, that's going to be it for me today. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself. Patrons! Nicholas Cheek, Sean Govin, Nick Riley, Josh Cornelius, Jin, Robert Farmer, KN, Matt Meermans, Hakon Marcus, Christopher, Alex Coffey, Ben Raboyne, 19 Day, Kith Carlo, Alexander Canaras, Complex, Ian Westbrook, Michael McIntosh, Sam Estagoy, Bob Brissett, Cale Anderson, Trevor Smith, Manhattan, GMP, Sik Kupata, Pedro Batsaris, Michael Wellen, Plaid, Henry Cooper, Clayton Knight, Jan Kodera, Kevin Chang, Rajiv Bhatt, link at the top right. Thank you. Bye.